All right, welcome back to Good Morning Let's Basketball. Our first topic of the day is we're going to be talking about Lonzo Ball, and the Bulls actually believe that his career is likely over from his injury to his knee. And as a Bulls fan, this is kind of heartbreaking to see. We've dealt with many injuries to our stars in the past, and Lonzo was just a great player for us. Like I think the Bulls were like a first or second seed before he got hurt, and then when he got hurt, then the Bulls started to lower in rankings in the Eastern Conference. And Lonzo Ball was kind of like almost like a complete player too. Like he could shoot, he could drive in, he could fish it out, he could rebound. He played very well on defense, and then it's just unfortunate as Bulls fans that we have to deal with the injury, and it's heartbreaking for Lonzo's too. You want to see your guys out there healthy, and I don't know. What were you guys' thoughts when you saw this? Because I expected him to be back like 2024.
Honestly, I had no idea what the case was because friggin' if the doctors didn't even know, how the hell were we gonna know? Like how the doctor said that they don't understand like why he still had like knees in his pain or like pain in his knees. Jesus Christ. But no, what's it called? No, it sucks, bro. Because like you said, he was definitely one of the most talented players like in the league, and especially because he was like on like Chicago. Like I was glad to see when we got him because he's like everything you want in a point guard. But yeah, man, it sucks. Honestly, I kind of saw it coming once he didn't like step on the floor at all this season or even like warm up. So yeah, we spoke on it before.
Yeah, for sure. And I feel like he really put like the Ball brothers on the map. Like when he was in high school and he was doing good, I think he was the first one to get that viral success out of all three of them. Would you say that, or would you say it was more LaMelo Ball?
Like viral success, probably Lamelo because he was more like flashy.
No,
He has
but
like that.
I think wasn't the first one Lonzo Ball though? I'm pretty sure like the first video we saw of the Ball brothers was Lonzo.
Well, yeah, because he was like older.
Yeah, because I think LaMelo was like still in eighth grade when he was a senior, or maybe I'm tripping. He was a freshman. I don't know.
They played
Uh,
one together in high school, I think.
yeah, but I thought he just missed the threshold by a little bit. Like you're right, like he was in eighth grade while his brother was in a senior or something like that. But
Yeah,
yeah, no, I mean it's unfortunate. Lonzo being the oldest brother, he was supposed to be the one that did everything right, and he did. He kept himself out of trouble. He kept his head down, trained hard, played well, and he did get better. And in his time in Chicago, he kind of, like you said, really brought our hopes back to an organization that hadn't really had a lot of hope in the last few years. And for him to do everything right and still get unfortunately screwed out of playing basketball, it's unfortunate to see. You only hope that his other brothers can stay healthy and try to carry on where he couldn't. That's assuming the negative, which is that he doesn't play ever again. I think hopefully in the next few years, there has to be some way to come back, but at this moment, it just is looking like he's not gonna come back. So it's impossible to know right now.
yeah, and I feel like as an athlete, you want to put your body first, right? Because you don't want these injuries to linger throughout your whole life, and especially if he's having pain walking, that would suck to have for the rest of your life.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, he's gone on record saying that it hurts to go upstairs, it hurts to walk. So whatever injury he's dealing with, it's definitely chronic, and it's just always going on. So it even aside from basketball, it must be hard to like live a normal life if
Oh yeah.
you're dealing with an injury that makes it tough to just move in general. um yeah, I mean, who knows what it could be. I've been saying I would hope that Lonzo would have access to like the best doctors and the best types of medicine, but who knows exactly what's going on behind closed doors. Maybe he has tried everything and now we're at the stage. Because I mean, you think about an organization like the Bulls, they're going to throw as much money as they can at the situation. So for them to come out and say we don't think Lonzo's going to play ever again, I think says a lot. And we'll have to see where his career goes after this.
And I'm sure they've tried like a lot of stuff. They want to see him back on the court. He was a huge piece for the team when he was playing, and I can't remember who exactly the athlete was, but I have a feeling it was Dirk that came out like after he retired and said that he wished he would have like played less during his career because of like how badly his body hurts after like he retired. Like he wished he would have quit a little bit earlier, maybe like 2 or 3 seasons before he actually did retire.
Yeah.
I remember seeing like a video on TikTok recently. This one like physical trainer like was like he made like a compilation of Lonzo Ball like when he was like in the gym lifting, and he said like when he was lifting his like legs would be like crooked in, and that's how like he think that like the knee pain like might have started. I don't know. He had like some like examples in videos, but it could have just been like incorrect form of training. Honestly, that could have kickstarted pain in his knees.
I mean, do you think it might have been genetic or?
I don't know. Like his form was bad, is like what I was trying to say. Like when he was
Oh, okay.
lifting,
It's
but
definitely possible that he hurt himself in training and that just set him up for uh knee problems in the long run. I think it I think if anything, this has definitely been a long time coming. I don't think it could have been anything. I think right now the main question is if this has been a situation going on genetically or if it's been a situation going on since he was a lot younger. Because I feel like an injury like this doesn't just kind of appear in your early 20s and then just completely dismantle you. I feel like if there would have been a little bit of like a ramp up to this kind of thing. You think so, Kev?
shoot,
I
who
mean,
knows, man?
it probably could have ramped up, like you said. Like he's been playing basketball his whole life. He's had to dedicate his like a lot of time and energy to the sport.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, I guess I just mean like it just doesn't seem like anything that could have happened in the last few years. Like he, I wonder if he just hadn't been honest with the public about knee pain, or maybe this is just like a very new type of illness that we've just never seen before, that's specific to him. But who knows?
I mean, doctors were saying they've never seen anything like it before, but
Yeah,
True. Yeah, no. Moving on though. Referee Eric Lewis got caught with some with the burner account. I know y'all
yeah,
might have
that
seen
was
that. What was he doing out there, man? He was just like defending referees calls, and wasn't he like defending himself?
yeah. He was like defending himself. He was defending referees. I have it pulled up on my phone, and so the Boston Celtics posted a final score where they lost against the Hawks, and some guy posted Eric Lewis couldn't save you, and then with his burner account he goes, so he saved them in the first 2 games. Get the fuck out of here. Y'all keep hating. Stop blaming the refs for the Celtics' success. And then like there's just like multiple replies where he was like basically trying to say like the refs had nothing to do with like the Lakers losing or something like that along those lines. And someone also posted the Boston Celtics are 14-0 in the last 14 games. Referee Eric Lewis officiated for Boston, and then he put another false record, like with a lot of laughing emojis. And if you think about it too, is like the reason he got caught was because he was following his wife's basketball team or something like that, or her account. I can't remember. I think Kevin, you said it was his wife's basketball team.
Yeah, it was like the basketball team that she coached. He like followed like the whole team, so like people put it together. But that's funny as hell, honestly. There's probably
Yeah,
so many people in the NBA probably have burner accounts. I mean, there's some players that have got caught. KD, now referees, bro. Every ref probably has one. It's so funny. No, he's like
I
under investigation some right now, but I don't know like what they can punish him for.
probably just to see if like he actually like caused any like repping towards a certain team, like he favored them. Probably that's what he's going to be under investigation for, if I had to guess. But I mean, I don't think he really did anything that crazy if you think about it. The Celtics are out of the playoffs now. I mean, the only thing I can think of was like I think it was Jason Tatum. He missed a shot, and then you saw the video of him just like he got like pretty up, like he got frustrated with that shot that he took or something like that.
Tatum did or the referee?
No, Tatum took a shot and it was like kind of like a bad shot or something.
Yeah.
I can't remember how exactly the shot went, and then he just like had like a reaction to the shot.
Who did though?
Eric
Tatum or
Eric Lewis.
Oh, okay.
I
Yeah.
saw another. I think it was like game 1 or 2 when Jimmy Butler scored that fast break. He scored that like clutch bucket in the fourth quarter, and you could see like the ref in the background. He made like a face.
Yeah, there's probably so many
I
instances.
didn't know what happened a second. I didn't know about the Tatum one. I seen the Jimmy Butler one
That
when it
might have
happened.
been it then. I can't remember exactly which one it was. I just remember him
Yeah.
like making a face after some play happened.
I don't know. Maybe it did happen more than once.
Yeah. I mean, to me, it's kind of stupid that they're investigating. I could see a situation like Victor said if he is playing favoritism towards the team, but overall, I mean, I don't really understand cracking down on a referee having a burner account just because, like, I feel like all athletes and people in that line of work are probably going to be on social media and they're probably going to engage with things that reference their job and what constitutes a burner account. You know what I mean? Like if he hadn't made an account that was around his wife and he had just made like some random account that wasn't directly in his name and he just wanted to see content about his line of work, there to me there's no harm in that. But like you said, if they're investigating some kind of, what's the word, background,
Like favoritism.
yeah, favoritism or like background, like if he's betting or something like that, then yeah, that makes sense to investigate. But as of right now, it looks like he was just what, like liking some stuff and like commenting on.
He was like replying to people like when
Yeah,
they would say like, "Oh, the refs favored this team in that game" or whatever.
yeah,
But pretty soon we're probably gonna see a Daniel Burner account too, saying his takes are great.
yeah. You will.
I think there already is one.
There is.
You got that account cooking?
It's Marian Prantowski. That's my burner account.
That'd be the last person.
You should see they agree with everything that I say. Trust me. The whole
Because
thing.
it's you. I wonder
If
how
they're
many
gonna,
refs in the NBA like bet on the games currently.
it's probably a lot.
Another NFL player on the Colts got caught
Yeah.
supposedly betting on games, and they're investigating him now.
Some people are saying it's Michael Pittman.
Michael Pittman, no way.
Dude, if that would happen, that would piss me off because I could maybe keep him as a keeper, but I don't know if I would want to keep him.
I
As
don't
a
know.
keeper.
Yeah, for next season.
A keeper?
Yeah, my team.
Oh. Huh. I think if they're gonna investigate someone, it should be Ben Foster
Why?
because
Who's
I
Ben
watched
Foster?
that.
Yeah, Scott Foster.
Scott Foster. I didn't even get his name right, so I guess that invalidates it. But no, I just watched that one documentary where they were talking about like referees and that one guy who went down for controlling the game. I forgot who it was. But in that interview, the guy talks about how there's a current NBA referee that's been around forever that is, still able to affect the game at a high level. And there weren't a lot of guys that are currently active that were active back in his day that are working in the NBA right now. So I don't know. I think if they're gonna investigate a situation with referees, it should be widespread, not just to Eric Lewis for making a burner account, which maybe they will. Maybe they'll, look into all referees and
But
maldoing.
that's so hard to do.
Why is it so hard to do?
Because you know how many Twitter accounts there are?
Well, I'm not just talking about like Twitter accounts. I'm saying like looking into these refs, like actually to make sure that there's no, you know, illegal doings going on in the background. Although you would think that the NBA would probably vet these guys before going in. but who knows?
No, I just feel like that'd be hard to find like every ref's burner account because it's not like you try to make it known that that's your account.
Yeah, no.
Like,
Unless you're KD or Eric Lewis, apparently.
yeah,
And then you apparently leave around little breadcrumbs, clues for people to find.
yeah,
Damian Lillard. Should we move on to the next topic?
yeah.
All right. Damian Lillard, possibly going to the Nets. I have no idea what to say about this because up until right now, when I just saw it on the screen, I didn't know that that was happening or that that was a possibility.
Yeah, so the Nets are really interested in trading for Damian Lillard next season or like this off season. I don't know what they'd give up for Damian Lillard. Probably some picks, and then I don't know who else on the team. I assume they wouldn't give up Mikal Bridges or Cam Thomas.
That makes sense. I mean, to me, I don't know. I think it would be dumb for Damian Lillard to go to the Nets. He'd be leaving
I mean,
one bleeding what?
it wouldn't be his decision to go there. It's like ultimately like the Trailblazers.
Right. I guess okay, yeah, I guess that changes things. I don't know. That would be a very bad area for Damian Lillard to end up. I would hope that they would try to trade him somewhere else where they could get more for such a top tier player. Because I mean, I can't imagine that the Nets really have a lot to give them. I mean, didn't they kind of spend a crap ton of money to get KD, Kyrie, and Harden over there, and then they kind of spent a lot of their draft picks and future prospects, and then lost all of that. So I mean, I can't really imagine a situation in which the Nets offer enough to the Trailblazers for them to do it. Then again, I saw a picture of Damian Lillard in a Heat jersey, so that might happen. Didn't we
We
talk
brought up
about that?
Damian Lillard.
Yeah, we have.
Yeah, we brought it up before, but it kind of depends on like what the Nets have to give up in order to get him. But like, I would think Mikal Bridges is definitely out of the question. I think he's definitely safe in Brooklyn, but probably Nick Claxton, a pick, and then someone else. Honestly, maybe even Cam Johnson. But I feel like that'd be giving up a little bit too much, especially because like where Lillard is at with his age, he's he gets injured here and there. So if they could keep like Cam Johnson and Mikal Bridges, I would say they should definitely do it. I mean, that's a young team. They're pretty solid. I mean, they were a 6 seed in the playoffs. Mikal Bridges is playing really good, and he's really good at defense. I think it could be a pretty good team. Obviously, I don't think they would win a championship, but like they would definitely make the playoffs for sure in the East.
Yeah, I think it'd be definitely a better like team for him to be than the Trailblazers in this current state of both teams.
Shoot, people are saying Jalen Brown for Damian Lillard
I mean,
because Brown wants to get traded.
I guess that brings in a
Obviously, a
little.
little bit more in between that, not just a
yeah.
player swap. But Portland's young. He could be the number one option there. They have the third pick.
Wait,
Why
you
not?
said they would keep the third pick if they traded Damian Lillard.
Yeah, I don't think that third pick would be involved. Maybe a different pick or just straight up players. But
Yeah, I don't know if I would like that yet. I
I
mean,
don't know.
I think it would be like
That's
that's.
straight
I
up
feel like
hypothetical.
what you saying?
I said that was straight up hypothetical because I've seen people say like bring Dame to Boston, and I was like,
Well, I don't think it would really help them in any way because Damian Lillard isn't even proven against the guys in the West. So long, uh, in the long run, if Boston was back in the same situation that they were in this year, and they get to the finals, they still have to go through whoever's in the West, which could be a number of people that Damian Lillard can't win against. So to me, it if you're Boston, you want to go with somebody a little bit more well proven,
Yeah,
especially considering that they've proven that they can get to the finals. It's just about getting over whatever hump they're currently at, which it seems like is just not having a veteran guy.
yeah. But I mean, honestly, like it really wasn't like Damian, like not. It wasn't really in the situation that Damian Lillard couldn't play against those guys in the West. It's just like the team around him was just never that great.
Yeah, no,
I
that
mean,
makes sense.
they did have a couple good years together, but it ultimately wasn't enough.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean his best player that he played with in Portland was CJ McCollum. I mean CJ McCollum's good, but like I
Mhm.
remember one year I think they got to like the fourth or third seed, but KD was on the Warriors that year, so piss on that.
Yeah,
But yeah, I would like to see him go to Miami. Honestly, I mean Kyle Lowry, he's been playing pretty solid. He had some good games against the Lake. Jesus Christ, against Boston late in the series, but maybe get him involved because he's pretty old. He might even retire, honestly. So
Who might
they could
retire?
definitely use a point guard. Kyle Lowry,
Oh, how old is he?
he's like 38.
No shit. I thought he was like 33.
he's pretty old. But yeah, they would definitely need another point guard. And Dame, we've brought it up before. Like it would definitely it would bring another like go to guy scorer for the Heat, especially if they want to compete like in the next couple of years. Because their
Yeah,
team's not like that old either. Jimmy Butler's only 32. All the role players are like in their late 20s. Like they're there.
Yeah.
yeah,
I've been vocal about I don't personally think that the situation between Damian Lillard and Jimmy Butler would work out very well. However, I will say that Jimmy, I think since that episode, Jimmy was has been kind of vocal about. I mean, he's been vocal about being a playmaker, but he really wants to like fit into this playmaking role now. Um, and that combined with the fact that Damian Lillard has not seen success in the last decade kind of tells me that it would probably they would probably be able to put their differences or their attitudes aside and be able to play well together, but who knows. What do you think?
if he went to the Heat, I mean, I think it would be like a nice change up. I think it would be an upgrade from Kyle Lowry, huge upgrade. And then I don't know if Kyle Lowry would retire this year or if he would come off the bench. I mean, if he came off the bench, I think that'd be a good backup point guard, like another vet on the team. And then I don't know what Kevin Love plans on to do, but if he stays, that'd be like it'd be if they keep their team ultimately and got Damian Lillard, it'd be definitely an upgrade for them. I think another area they're lacking too is their center. They need to get upgrade for Bam because some like he's just not that great of a center in my opinion. He can't score on like guards. Like I think last night I was watching the Nuggets game and he had Jamal Murray on him and he couldn't even score on him.
Yeah.
He's been playing pretty good in the finals though.
Yeah, he has though, but it's just like he just does like I don't know. He just pisses me
He
off when
played
I bet
really
on
bad
him.
against Boston.
Honestly,
He played pretty bad against Boston that whole series. Like games where he would have like 8 points, not that many rebounds. I mean, he's good during the regular season. Like he was an all-star this year. But I don't know. I mean, he's definitely playing a lot better now. If he can keep it up, it definitely helps out the Heat. They definitely have a chance to win. I mean, they took one in Denver just yesterday, and that was their first loss in Denver since March.
yeah, that's crazy.
So they hadn't lost there in 3 months in the altitude.
What is it like
LeBron,
500 feet?
LeBron or KD didn't even do that this year.
Kind of nuts. But I don't. So I saw something saying that like the reason like that happens is like because I guess when you shoot in Miami, the ball like is more. I think it hits the back of the iron more or something. And then if you shoot in Denver, I think it's more. You shoot closer. So like that's why you're seeing like a little bit more air balls from the Heat like that first game.
That's interesting, man.
So I think it was like it does impact their shots a little bit. I think it's time for like it's a little bit of adjustment period, and it seems like the Heat made that adjustment in game two. Now the games in between the finals are like 3 days.
Yeah, they are pretty spread out. Shit, the Heat could use it. They went to get 7 game series in the Eastern Conference Finals for no reason. But yeah,
Yeah,
that's something I would like to experience myself because I know what it's like to play basketball like everywhere else I've been. But I want to like go play in Denver and see what that's like. I don't know. I could definitely see how football is different because you're actually like outside.
mm-hmm.
But I don't know. Like you said, the depth perception is different. like how it was in the bubble. It was like a high school gym.
Yeah, that
Everyone
bubble
was
was
just playing like it
interesting.
was an open gym. Say it again.
I said that bubble was interesting.
I know the bubble was so fun. That was like one of the best times. People were just hooping.
Yeah,
Like I said, it
people
had
were
like that
doing like
open gym vibe.
360.
Yeah. Donovan Mitchell dropped 50 a couple times. Jamal Murray, Dame. Now the bubble was a fun time, I thought.
Wasn't Damian Lillard like the MVP of the bubble or something?
I don't know. Did they have an MVP of the bubble?
I'm pretty sure they did. I think it was Damian Lillard. I don't know if I'm tripping or not, but I feel like that's they did have a bubble MVP, and I think it was Damian Lillard. I'm gonna look that up.
Shoot. Go ahead. Nah.
Yeah, it
But
was
some of
Damian
the,
Lillard.
huh?
It was Damian Lillard.
I didn't even know they had that bubble MVP. That's kind of hard.
So I guess he does have an MVP on his resume.
Sure. That's horseshit. It was a fake award. It was made on Twitter.
They even have him holding up a Mickey Mouse MVP. Hold on.
Jesus.
The image quality won't go.
I see that shit. Nice. That's dumb as hell. That's literally a Mickey Mouse
Oh
MVP.
yeah, that literally is a Mickey Mouse MVP.
Now they say Mickey Mouse ring.
Yeah.
His trophy is literally Mickey Mouse. Keep that shit. If they sent me home with that, we wouldn't make it past the airport.
Yeah. That shit's still probably at the hotel.
No, yeah, definitely. With some of these head coaches that got fired this past offseason, like it seemed like every team fired their damn coach. Some of them have found new teams. Nick Nurse is at the Sixers now. The Suns hired Frank Vogel, and Monty Williams is going to the Pistons. I think the team that definitely won the most, debatably, is probably between Detroit and Philly. Because Philly, if they can keep that team together, which I don't think it is, I think Harden's definitely out. If they can keep everyone around that together, like all those other guys, with a good coach, they could be pretty good. Because Nick Nurse is a very solid coach, and I think he would do well with having a star like Joel Embiid. Hopefully, take them farther. And Monty Williams is a very great coach. He's going to a team with like a lot of young talent. I don't know if they have like a decent draft pick or not, but I think he definitely the business will definitely be better off with him than who they had before. And then the Suns getting Frank Vogel. I don't know. This dude sat out for a year. Like I don't think he's that great of a coach, but whatever.
Yeah, if I had to list them, I think Nick Nurse number one is the best offseason move, and then or for like head coach wise, and then with Monty Williams to the Pistons. I know the Pistons aren't great right now, but they're still a young team, and he signed like a 6 year contract or something, 6 or 7 years, and he got paid too on top of it. So
Yeah,
if that
he made
yeah
around 80 mil for it.
yeah, and I think they got the fifth pick or fourth pick because I remember seeing some Detroit fan on Twitter being like, "Oh, I watched the Pistons like win 17 games just for them to get the fifth pick or something."
Did they actually get the fifth pick?
I'm pretty sure I'm looking at the
Yeah,
draft
they
lottery right
did.
now.
They have the fifth pick.
Yeah,
Damn, that sucks. Oh, that hurts. I mean, this draft class, it looks pretty good on paper. It looks pretty deep. They can definitely get like another good young player. It's just hopefully they can get developed, and I think they will because Monty Williams is a pretty good coach. Hopefully the player development is right.
mhm.
So yeah, he has good offensive schemes.
Well,
But yeah,
the Sixers they also lost Sam Cassell to the he went to the Celtics to be like an assistant coach, and he was the assistant coach for the Sixers last year.
oh, I didn't even know that. Sam Cassell.
So I don't know if he's gonna work with Tatum and Jalen Brown on some moves. We'll see what he has in store for them. I'm surprised Brad Stevens doesn't give them any like plays. Like, do you think he ever gives the
I,
Celtics?
I'm I'm definitely sure that he's still involved, like with like coaching and stuff. Like I think he definitely shows up to practices and like puts it like puts in his 2 cents. I mean, Brad Stevens was a great coach. If they had Brad Stevens right now, they probably would have championships. But yeah, I mean, Celtics have had decent coaches since then, though. Like Ime Udoka was pretty good. Joe Mazzulla wasn't horrible, I don't think. I mean, they came back down 3-0, damn near one. So they weren't blaming him then when he was bringing them back fucking from 3-0.
But it seems
But
like a lot of people like Ime Udoka because, like, I remember like a lot of the Celtics players said they liked him a lot, and then like when he went to the Rockets, he actually took three of the assistant coaches from the Celtics, so now the Rockets have that as well.
yeah, we mentioned how Boston might be like falling apart. That's how
Yeah,
you said the 3 coaches left. Jalen Brown might go to Houston. Someone said that could be a possibility. If they're going to pay someone 200 million, I think it should definitely be Jalen Brown over James Harden. If they were smart, they would do that.
you
But
said Jalen Brown to Houston.
yeah,
Oh yeah,
if Houston has if Houston has to pay someone $200 million, they would definitely if they want to win, bro. They should give it to Jalen Brown instead of James Harden. Wait that extra year, or like formulate a trade and then sign him there because then he'll be reunited with Ime Udoka.
yeah.
Yeah, bro.
Do you think he'll get his basketball freedom though?
Jalen Brown,
No, James Harden if he went to Houston.
probably. Well, that's why he would go, but I don't know. I don't know where else James Harden would go then if he doesn't go to the Rockets.
Yeah, I think it's most likely like he's going there. I mean, I think like a surprise would probably be the Phoenix Suns. He did show interest there as well, but
Damn.
I highly doubt that.
Dude, if Harden went to Phoenix, I definitely don't think they would win, but that'd probably ruin that team. But yeah, Lakers, why not? Might as well just add another star. They got to do something.
Yeah.
They're close though. The Lakers can be another team that can be good next year. I think they will be. I think they'll definitely make the playoffs. It's like a fifth or sixth seed.
Oh yeah, they just need some more time together.
Yeah, no, they'll be good. I don't know what they're going to do with their coach, Darvin Ham. I don't really know how good he is at coaching. I would be honest.
I don't think he was bad. I honestly don't think he was that bad of a head coach.
We probably doesn't have to do much. If we're being honest.
Yeah, that's true.
Let's be honest. Yeah,
When you have LeBron and AD.
not yet. No, you have a team owner on the court, not even a coach in LeBron. It's probably so fun. The league relies on LeBron to play. When LeBron retires, the NBA is going to end.
Yeah,
This is going to end the league.
I I do think the ratings will go down a lot, like drastically. I don't know how much Victor Wembanyama will make the ratings go up, but I do think that the ratings will go down once LeBron and Curry leaves for sure, and KD.
Yeah, within the next decade, it might probably.
I think
Well,
not even a decade, maybe like
hopefully the young generation can pick it up. I mean, they
yeah,
look good now.
for sure. I think there's a lot of. I think
Excited
the
for
NBA has a bright future, in my opinion. I like these guys like Jokic, Luka Doncic, Tatum, Giannis, Trey Young, Jalen Brunson, Donovan Mitchell. I don't know. There's a lot of good talent.
Yeah, there's a lot of good young players. I think the NBA is going to be good. We're going to just see like a lot more like talented of a game in like the next 10 years because everyone's going to be able to like the game's just going to evolve. Like there's so many like good players out there. It's just are they able to like stay healthy and like put it together? It's like really what's going to matter. I think it'll be cool. But like we mentioned earlier, the Heat stole one in Denver just yesterday. Finals have been pretty good so far. Honestly, I feel like everyone kind of expected. Well, I definitely expected that the Heat were not going to win that first game in Denver just because they didn't even go back to Miami after Boston. They went straight to Denver after that game. Traveling just played a 7 game series where they were up 3-0. They kept it a lot closer than I thought, though. Like I thought, I was like it might not be close, but they kept it like near 10 points. I think it was like 11. And then yesterday they won by 3. they're making it competitive, was what I was hoping. Now I'm hoping that they don't just lose 3 straight right now after stealing one, because I would look stupid saying that. But yeah, hopefully the Heat
Uh,
can keep it. Honestly, this is like the first finals I've watched where like I won't be mad with whoever wins,
yeah, I'm the same way because like I like
but I'll be
how
so upset with who loses.
yeah for sure, and I think it's been a good finals too. Like we're both seeing two teams who really want it. Like they're both hungry, and I, we'll honestly see like whoever is a better team will win.
Yeah, I mean, I think to me the biggest comparison between these two teams is experience. In that the Heat coach is a 15-year veteran, has experience in the finals, knows what he's looking for, knows what to do. Jimmy Butler has also been to the finals, has also been in this exact situation, and also knows what to do and what not to do. And so do a lot of these guys that are on this Heat team. They're, older, more experienced, more seasoned guys versus Denver, first time ever in the finals with a coach that has slightly less experience. Um, but they're playing such an efficient and high IQ level of basketball. You don't even notice that they're missing experience. One of the things that I heard recently about uh, what Miami can do to combat Denver from just steamrolling them in this finals was from Steve Kerr. And he talks about, or he basically just said that the head of the snake in Denver is Jamal Murray, not Jokic. Obviously, I don't think he means that Jamal Murray is that guy in Denver. But what it does mean is that that offense heavily runs through Jokic. And the moment that you stop letting him get his passes across and basically isolate him to either shooting a shot or nothing, that's when you don't see Denver have that much success, which, all of ESPN and everyone is talking about now, which is that whenever Jokic has a good game of scoring, it's almost like Denver doesn't have as good of a shot to win the game.
So did you see what Eric Spoelstra said about that?
What do you say?
Because they asked him about that, and basically he came up with like a new way of saying like a casual NBA fan, and he was like, well, the untrained eye would he was like the untrained eye will say that like if you do this or that will like we'll stop Jokic from taking control of the game. But he was saying that like basically if you stop one, he can still dominate the other, and he still has control over the game somewhat. He's not like completely like away from the game. He's still making an impact on the team, and it's not gonna like affect them that much.
It does though.
Like it does for sure a little bit, but he was just basically saying that like it doesn't completely stop the Denver Nuggets. They only lost by 3. You get what
No,
I'm saying?
yeah, but and that's what we know. But in such a tightly contested match,
Mm-hmm.
every little thing matters. And like I said, I think they what were the points scored during that game last night?
No, what I thought that the Heat did well was they switched their lineup changes. They put Gabe Vincent on the bench, or I think it was either Gabe Vincent or Caleb Martin, and put Kevin Love in the game. The matchup on Aaron Gordon. So Kevin Love guarded Aaron Gordon, so he wasn't bullying his way to the rim every time. And then also they put Jimmy Butler on Jamal Murray to stop him from scoring.
Okay. Yeah, so I mean, just for reference, the points scored, Nikola Jokic had 41, Aaron Gordon had 12, Jamal Murray had 18, Michael Porter Jr. had 5, and KCP had 6 points. I guarantee that if we were to go to game one, the opposite would be true. And I think it was. Jamal Murray, Mike Porter Jr., Aaron Gordon, all of these guys have to be hitting and have to be getting those shots from Jokic, which again,
Yeah.
and the Nuggets coach or you said Eric Spoelstra, he has a point. Yes, the moment that you Like Miami's game plan going into game two was to, let's say, stop Jokic from getting those passes across and forcing him into one-on-one situations. If that was their plan, now they have to throw it away because the Nuggets are just going to, change their game plan and they're going to adjust for that. So I see kind of where he's coming from. They haven't figured out how to stop the Nuggets from coming, but they got an important win out of game two, which they did see kind of a slip in the Nuggets' ability to close out a game.
I mean, the Heat did take a different approach for game two, honestly. Like, and it was the way that they approached like defending Nikola Jokic. Like, I don't know if you saw, but they said like they made him play more of like a scorer role than like a playmaker because he only had 4 assists yesterday.
Mm-hmm.
And he like I would say probably the strongest point of his game is probably his playmaking. Yeah, he's a dominant scorer, but his playmaking at like his size and position is simply elite. Some of the best in the game. Like the way he's able to just whip passes across the court. When you only got 4 assists, the other players also like really struggle to get going. That's why they want to take his like playmaking ability away and play and make him play more like a scorer. It's because when he's making plays, everyone else is getting 15 plus points too on top of whatever he has, which is probably 30. But yesterday, Michael Porter only had 5, KCP had 6, Jamal Murray had what,
18.
22, 18, and he's been playing pretty good recently too with scoring. I think he had 27 the first game, but yeah, that approach definitely worked if that's what they were aiming for. But when Jokic isn't dominating playmaking like that, he can definitely have a chance to win every single game. And just barely, like you guys said, like they only won by 3 points.
And then what I was gonna say was too is like game one. I think I saw that the Nuggets scored 86 or 93 points. I can't remember which one it was off of assists, which is kind of crazy. So like you said, like when Jokic is facilitating the ball, they do play better.
Yeah, no,
You
they
go ahead.
definitely need Jokic to play make because anyone can score on that team. Honestly, like Jokic can, the Nuggets can still win if Jokic gets like 20 assists.
Yeah, no,
But
I definitely think the strongest part of his game, like you said, is his playmaking. And when he's like able to get like these guys wide open shots, like I don't know, did you see that crazy like that? It was Jamal Murray passed it to Jokic, and right when Jokic caught it, he like threw it to a lob for Aaron Gordon.
yeah, dude, he's insane, man. He's like a magician with it, bro.
Yeah,
He's
like
definitely
that
the
was.
best. He's definitely the best passing big man of all time. No one competes.
It's not even like a up for a debate. Like he is the
Yeah,
best at passing for a
dude,
big man.
like how he just throws it behind his head and shit. Like he's insane, bro. He's got to win every ring at some point in his career. Could be this year. But how do you guys think the series is going to look like when they're leaving Miami, going back to Denver? Think it's going to be 2-2, 3-1,
I got Nuggets in 6.
Nuggets in 6?
Yeah,
I got I don't know, man. I'll say Nuggets in 7.
I'll probably say Nuggets in 5 or 6, honestly.
What I do know is that Drake is shitting himself because I think, $1 million on. He put $1 million on the what's the word I'm looking for? Oh, he put $1 million on the Nuggets and the Heat series to go 4-1, and for Heat to win already game two, I know that he's probably shitting a brick because I think they'll take more than one game. I think they'll take at least two,
mm-hmm.
maybe three, which is in the event that again I say that we go to game seven. I don't see a lot of possibilities where you know this ends up being a win, or I don't see a lot of possibilities where this ends in a win from the Heat. But it's nice to think about, and I think the only way that the Heat have a chance at this is if they play like they did in game two, which is I'm looking at the stat sheet here, and Jimmy dropped 21, Bam dropped 21, Vincent dropped 23. So those guys, I mean, originally going into this game, it was kind of supposed to be Caleb Martin. It was supposed to be Duncan Robinson. Those were the guys that you were supposed to be looking at. Um, in last series against the Celtics, Bam really didn't have that good of a series. So I don't think a lot of people expected this from him. But this is exactly what they need. They need their center to go out there and get them 20 points a night. He had 9 rebounds, 4 assists. So he's having himself some games,
Yeah.
which is exactly what the Heat need to pull out of this as the winner. But I still think that the Nuggets would probably win.
They just need Bam to play how he plays in the regular season, man. Like I said, he was an all-star. Like I don't know why. When he gets to the playoffs, he just gets a lot less aggressive. And this series, he's been being like very aggressive, like attacking Jokic, putting his body into him. He wasn't really playing that aggressive against Boston. He did in like game one. I remember he had a decent game, but after that, he just kind of fell off. Like he just looked very like inaggressive and timid. But I don't know. He's been playing aggressive so far against Denver, and it's been definitely helping him out a lot.
He's got nothing to lose. It's like when you go against a guy your size, if you get your ass beat, you got your ass beat by somebody the same size as you. But if you get your ass beat against a guy that's 2 times bigger than you, it's not that big of a deal. So I'm saying basically he has nothing to lose. Bam basically is just going at Jokic because he's like, yeah, fuck it. If he drops 40 on me, people are gonna be like, yeah, no shit, it's Jokic.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I get what you're saying. So you're thinking like basically like I don't know how to put it. Never mind.
He's just got nothing to lose. He's
No, I
trying.
get what you're saying.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It.
Yeah, shoot. The whole team has nothing to lose, man. They're an eighth seed in the finals. Took out the top two teams in their conference.
Yeah. Nuggets
Shit.
have everything to lose.
Yeah, they do.
Nuggets have the most to lose. They cruise through the playoffs.
They were a large favorite too, like when the finals first started.
Dude, you see it was like plus 37,000 if you were to put like I think it was either for the play-in or if it was either the first round for the Heat to win the championship.
How much was it?
Plus 37,000.
Dang. That's wild, man. Who'd have thunk it?
Yeah, man. DJ Khaled.
They almost lost to freaking Chicago, bro. They were down with 3 minutes left in the game. And I thought for sure they were gonna get walked by Milwaukee, man. But yeah. No, the Heat definitely playing with that chip on their shoulder, bro. They have nothing to lose. Like you said, Denver. They're very expected to win.
I think it was like both of those basically. But for sure, yeah.
Who do you guys? So you guys said you're game 6. Or he's game 5 and 6. I'm game 7. Nuggets, but we're across the board Nuggets.
Yeah.
That's crazy. It'd be fun.
I hate
I'm
to doubt
going.
the Heat, man.
Yeah, me too. I
I hate
still
to
can't
doubt
get
the Heat.
over the 3% chance thing.
Oh, it's 11% now.
Is it really?
I think so.
I, isn't that crazy though?
When they played Boston,
Yeah,
how they had 3% chance after like game one.
it was before game 1. It was going into the series. They had a 3% chance of winning the series.
I remember when they were up 2-0, they had like a 20% chance. They still didn't even make it 50-50.
Yeah.
No, I think it was like when they were up 3-0, not 2-0, right?
It was some crazy shit. Either way, but Rio would be insane.
But that IBM Watson's some shit though. I think that's the one. I think that's what like ESPN like judges their like percentage off of, and I think it's some. I think it's off of IBM Watson.
Mm. Isn't that the fantasy trader?
Yeah, that's why I'm saying that because like those fantasy trades that
That's
IBM
funny.
Watson tries to tell you is some garbage.
That's so funny, bro. We're using that as a resource.
That's what I'm pretty sure that's what ESPN uses to like judge these like percentages of a team to win the series.
That's funny, bro.
Yeah.
50% chance.
I was talking to somebody about how like AI could never do things like this in sports.
Mm-hmm.
because of things like that, like the 3% chance. A computer would never let the Miami Heat advance through. So you could run a computer like 1,000 times or an algorithm 1,000 times, and it would not give you Miami versus Nuggets going into this finals. But yet, that's exactly what we got. So
Yeah, because the AI is a casual fan.
Yep, it is. Just like Kevin.
Yeah.
Thank you everyone so much for watching this week's episode of Good Morning Let's Basketball. Make sure to drop a like and subscribe if you're not already. Also, leave a like leave a comment down below and any additional thoughts that you guys might have or topics that you would like us to discuss. But yeah, have a good week, everyone, and we'll see you next week.
Tonight.